Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you how to create your own basic and simple budget system with Microsoft Excel. What we're going to do is I'm just going to lengthen the cells here for what I need it to be. I'm going to start off by giving our budget database a name, which is budget. And below it we're going to create an income column, an expenses column, and of course our savings column. Now under our income we're going to put there what we earn. We're going to, for example, have our full-time pay, and those of you who might be students or just and who need to actually earn extra money, you can have a part-time tab. Even if you just want to save money in general and you need a part-time job, you might want to have this in your, and you have a part-time job, you might want to at least have this in your cell. And expenses, we're going to have what we pay for, our rent, of course, our car, and bills. We're also going to create a option here for other expenses, luxuries, etc., etc. And in the savings tab we're going to put our goal, what we want to save up to, what we have available, and how many months it will take us to pay it off. And then right at the bottom of our table we're going to have our total. So the next thing we need to do is set up our currency. So basically everywhere where you're going to put your income, in the income, in the expenses, our rent, our goal, our available, and our total sum, we're going to select. And in the currency tool on the top of Excel, we're going to select all the currency you have. I'm going to choose a dollar. I stand South Africa. We use the rand, and obviously the rand isn't available in this table. Okay, so there you have it. We're now going to fill in the fields. Let's say, for example, our guy is earning 6,000 rand a month, 2,000 rand part-time. His rent comes to 1,800 rand. His car installments are 400 rand, and his bills come to 2,200 rand. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to select, well, we're going to choose what our goal is to save for. Say this guy wants to save for 50,000 rand. Okay, so this is our goal. Available, we don't have that field yet, and months, we're going to do that. We're going to do that later. Okay, so in the right here next to total, in that cell there, we're going to enter it, and we're going to push the equal sign on our keyboard. And we're going to open up a bracket, and holding down Control, we're going to select the income cell there next to full time, which is 6,000 rand or dollars. Notice how it automatically picks up the cell number, which is B5. You can do this by Control and selecting it, or you can type it in manually. What we want to do is we want to also plus the part-time income, and we want to close the bracket. So basically this cell is equal to 2,000 rand plus 6,000 rand. This is our total. But what we need to do now is we need to subtract the expenses. So we're going to click on subtract on the keyboard. We're going to open up another bracket, and we're going to Control and click on rent plus car plus bills, and we're going to then close the bracket and push enter on the keyboard. So that'll have our end part, our total. What we haven't done is I haven't added the total, the other income cell. So I'm just going to double click on the total cell, and you'll see here it's being edited over here as well. So what we want to do is we want to, under the expenditures, we want to just edit it a bit. We're going to go past D5, we're going to plus, and we're going to select other. You see how it incorporates D8 and cell into the equation. And we're just going to push enter, and for example the other expenses come to 600 rand. It will adjust. Okay, once that's done, we need to set up our available funds, which would be 3,000 Rand. In order to do this, we double click on the cell, choose enter, equal, sorry, and then we're just gonna hold down control and select the total's income, which is B14, press enter. So the available total will always, the available funds will always be equal to total. And now if we want to see how many months it's going to take us to save the 50,000 Rand, I'm going to double click on this cell. I'm going to go equals. I'm going to select our goal cell, which is F5, and I'm going to divide it. You can do this with your / button on the keyboard. I'm divided by our available funds, which is 3,000 Rand. And I'm going to push enter. So basically it's going to take this man 16 months and 6 days to save. So what we're going to do is get rid of these decimal figures at the end. So we don't want those. We're just going to click on the cell, and we're going to, in the decimals tabs above here, we're just going to click on that, and it's going to lower it. If you're using Excel 2003, you'll have to select them individually to remove each of them to see how many you want to keep. 2007, luckily, auto checks that for us. So basically it'll take the guy 16 3/4 months to save up for his 50,000 Rand. So there you have it. This is a basic table on how to start a budget for yourself. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you how to pretty this up a bit. We're going to select our savings, income and expenses cells, and we're going to just change the background color to, we'll say, yellow. We'll change the font size or the font color, we'll leave it black. And then by the income, we're going to make this green, because that's obviously money we're getting in. Our expenditures, which will go all the way down to here. We want to make that red, so we are losing money. Just carry on with that. And our savings, well, let's make this blue. Add a bit of color to it. Now in total, let's see what color should we use. Make the blue as well. See, and then this is basically how you would make it look more presentable. What we can also do is in these cells here, we can underline the text, make it bold. We can make it larger. We can do the same to these ones here. We won't make it bold, we will make it a little bit larger. I will make this one larger. So that's about it. Change the budget, make that larger. And red, and make it bright and appearing. So there you have it. This is a custom table on how to create a budget at home. Play around with Excel, have fun with it, and later on I'll show you an even more advanced tutorial on how to do this. Have fun.